Good morning. It's the morning DNA. Sorry. Just got dizzy there for a second. It's the morning DNA. I'm Aaron Deister, the man of a single black shirt.
For now.
For now. She is Danae Hughes, the woman of a million distractions. And we're going to find out what the morning of November 16th, 2020 is made of.
It's almost my birthday.
It is. You're within a week, right?
I
from
know.
Your birthday?
This is the home stretch of the birthday for me. It's going to be exciting. Although I don't know what's going to be happening this year. If I'm going to do like some sort of virtual hangout with people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Facebook anymore. So there goes that whole like flooded with thoughtful happy birthdays. Anyway.
Yeah, no, my last birthday was my first birthday without Facebook.
Yeah, I think this is my first.
I got to be honest, I didn't miss it. And it's weird because there is a lot of happy birthday on your timeline kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice to feel like people are recognizing
remember me.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, they just saw a notification from Facebook and we're like, "Oh, I'll go post on their timeline." I kind of liked the more natural birthday experience this last year, and the fact that one of my best friends of all time wished me happy birthday a day late. It was like, "Hey, happy birthday." I was like, "Well, it was yesterday." What? It's like, well, you don't have Facebook to clue you in anymore, so that's how it goes.
That wasn't me, right? I just totally forgot, right?
Yeah, no, you just didn't say anything. That's
It's weird because sometimes I have them in my calendar and then the day comes and goes, and then I'm such a bad friend.
No. And honestly, we laughed about it, and I'm not the kind of person that cares about that kind of stuff anyway. So, which probably is part of the reason I'm not missing it. Terrible. You're not a terrible person. Stop saying it. Stop putting words into the universe that are not true.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning, Doc and Daniel and Cyregdo and Lolly and Nick and all of the others who are watching across platforms. We really love hanging out with you guys. So thanks for joining us this morning.
What did that remind me of? There's a kids show where they used to do that. Back
Say hello to people?
Yeah. Yeah, where it was like, good morning to Elizabeth and good morning to Joshua. And I can't remember what the name of that show was, but you just totally like zoned me back into this crazy
show
kid show.
Said hello to
people specifically by name.
By name. Okay.
Romper Room. Sarcastic Honey Badger has it. Romper Room used to do that. That's correct. That is correct.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get there quickly because the autocorrect was something about Hello Kitty, and then the immediate quick Google answer was Emu's All Life Pink Windmill Show. From like
Azalea says, I barely remember my birthday. How am I supposed to remember others? I think that's a valid point.
So true.
Valid point.
Although I do remember mine, I have to say.
Mickey Mouse Club? Did Mickey Mouse Club do that as well? I think Mickey Mouse Club was more like hello from, and then it would be like Annette and, whoever was the Mouseketeers. Yeah, exactly.
The Honkin' Romper Room. I'm going to go look this up. Oh, look. Yeah, Puppy came up today. They're all curled up together. Do you want me to make a move? Here.
That's up to you. Like, huh? What?
I wonder if I should mute that microphone because I just realized I can hear the noise from the room.
Interesting.
I did.
Wow.
I muted it.
Well, there you go.
That way, if they bark, we're not going to have a barky show because nobody wants to have flashbacks to their Zoom meetings from this past week where everybody's muting their microphones. There's this one show I watched that moved over to like a Zoom meeting style. Mm-hmm. And every single time this woman talks, her cat starts in in the background. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the cat wants to be famous.
And now the cat is
The cat is famous.
Can I feel a little encouraged this morning? I've been reading a lot of the vaccine news, and it's just got me a little bit encouraged. Yeah, there's like 2 separate vaccines that are in phase 3 trials that have like over 90%, whatever the word is. I wanted
success
to say efficiency,
rate,
but that's, anyways, success rate. Yeah, an over 90% success rate. And I don't know, that's got me kind of encouraged that possibly once that is in place and a few other things that,
distribution is soon, it feels like.
It feels like those things are kind of in place, and a lot of these companies are making sure it happens and it's available. There will certainly be a rollout, I imagine, with those who are more vulnerable getting it first and then kind of moving on.
In your world, gosh, am I the bad person? It's like, no, the famous people get it first. The people who are playing sports get it first. Let's be honest. Sorry. There's a little bit of my hi.
Cynicism.
My cynicism is showing a little bit this morning. You guys can't smell my morning breath, but you can smell my snarkiness a little bit. Sorry about that.
Danae's got a little bit of cynicism on her breath this morning. Yes,
I don't know. I was just thinking about a friend of mine who can't get a test.
Right.
But then these people who are playing sports get one like every 6 hours or something crazy like that.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
Can I be annoyed?
You
guys
can be
don't
annoyed.
Get to see annoyed
listen,
Danae very
one
much.
thing I love is when I bring encouragement is for somebody to bring back annoyance. That's that's just
you gotta keep it balanced.
You got to keep it balanced. That's why you have the D and the A. That's why you got both here.
That's right. The discouragement and the happiness.
It's an appropriate cynicism, I think. And mine is an appropriate optimism.
Appropriate optimism.
I think so. I try to keep my optimism appropriate. I don't try, I don't feel like I put blinders on, I try to be aware of what the reality is. But anyways, I felt good this morning when I read some of that stuff. And so
Yay!
I wanted to pass it along and kind of.
Well, you can tell the puppies really care a lot about this conversation. I mean, look at them.
Applicant says, annoyed is the flavor of Monday mornings. Unfortunately, I don't know that you're wrong about that.
Oh my gosh. You guys, 30 minutes ago, I was asleep.
Wow, is this a record?
Well, I think so. My husband was like the past few weeks, I've been responsible for getting Iris up in the mornings. But my husband was responsible for Iris this morning. He was able to work it into his schedule and everything. So I was like, okay, cool. I can kind of have a laid back morning. Well, oops, fell back asleep. I thought that we were going to be waking up, but she fell asleep. I fell asleep. We were just kind of snuggled up together and I just dozed off. I went straight into like deep dream mode. So in my dream, I start hearing this bzz, 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 and thankfully my husband called me because he's like, hey, just was worried that you weren't waking up. Without him, there would be no show this morning. I was dreaming that I was in this cool white dress, barefoot. Actually, I was in sneakers. Like I was in like these cool white kicks, these really expensive shoes.
Okay.
And there was this hill, and I was like wooing down the hill on these new shoes. But then as I was getting to the river with all these rocks on it, I took my shoes off, and then I started jumping from like rock to rock. But the cool thing is that sometimes in dreams when you jump, you kind of actually like float fly. So I was float flying in my dream. Oh, it was so rad. And then, I'm back to reality. But you know what? I love my reality, so it's okay.
Float flying dreams are the best dreams. I love the float flying dreams. My dreams last night were about me trying to help the royal family understand their role in the modern culture, to be examples of what it means to act appropriately in public and those kind of things. So I was giving a lecture to the Queen and Prince Charles, and this may have something to do with the fact that my wife and I binged the first 4 episodes of the new season of The Crown last night.
That makes sense. Okay.
Just a little, maybe has a little bit to do with that, but yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Cyragdo says, man, I want the substances Danae is putting in her coffee. Yo, I have the craziest dreams all the time.
I can confirm.
I mean,
she tells me her
dreams. And they're very realistic. I can actually describe the rocks that I was like jumping on, I was sliding on. I can describe the scenery really well. Sometimes I can even describe like smells and stuff too. It's pretty crazy. I have crazy dreams.
Yeah, Danae, when we would do the morning show every morning, Monday through Friday, it was kind of the first part of our day was Danae being like, can I please tell you about this dream that I had? I was like, all right, sure. Dream time with Danae. Let's do it.
One of the most heartbreaking things that Aaron ever told me is that people don't like hearing about dreams. He's okay with it because he's my friend. But then we'd like start to do it.
Not all people. Some people do. Some people do.
We'd start to do it on the show like we are now. And he's like, nobody. Or was it somebody on our team that said it? Like nobody ever wants to hear about dreams.
There is an element of home movies to your dreams. There is an element of sit down and watch my slideshow of my vacation, where it's like people, we are all interested in things that involve us, right? Like that's a natural thing. And, unless I am in your home movies or I am in your dreams, like I don't want to hear about it.
I have learned,
and I possibly don't want to hear about it if I am in your dreams,
right?
Just in general, so
depends on how the dream goes.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I've honed the skill of what to leave out and what to keep in for my dreams. That's
right.
The key.
Right.
Because if I went into all the stuff that you like literally makes no sense unless you were in the dream, and even in the dreams, they don't make sense sometimes. Like, why am I turned a corner and why am I suddenly here? Then there's the whole, like, what is your brain trying to process? Is it a spiritual conversation? Like, is there a message from the great beyond trying to be, absorbed into your soul before you wake up? That kind of stuff. Dream interpretations. Like, because I've dreamt so intensely all of my life, I've had hundreds of thousands of conversations about dreams. I love them, but yes, when I put on the other ear, I'm like, this is so boring. Shut up about your dream. Get on with the show. Let's talk about shirts. Let's figure out who won what shirt. What shirt is Aaron wearing? How can you make the puppies move? Answer. Open the door. They move. I mean, come on, people. Stop talking about dreams, Danae.
Yeah, Danae, stop talking about dreams.
I'm in a mood today. I kind of like it.
No, you're doing great. Okay, so here's where we are in the shirt since you mention it. We are Dragons at 41.9% is just beating pun pretty much intended.
Okay, now, if it's a tie, I voted Dragons, and I probably shouldn't have a say.
Well, as you can see, I voted the Morning DNA voted. My other shirt is also black. I think that one's hilarious.
Oh, that is hilarious.
And it's losing amongst the four. So what do I know? But yeah, so you still got time to vote. 3 days left if you want to get in on that vote.
Yeah, that's over at our Aaron and Danae Twitter. So you can find that at Aaron and Danae on Twitter, and that's where the poll is. Oh, bye, puppy. See you later.
You ready to shoe a dough?
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to kick it off on Monday with a little bit of the FAQ. Danae, you got the friendship application questionnaire ready to go?
Yes, I do.
While you're getting it, Moonstar23 says, love your glasses, Danae.
Hey, thank you, Moonstar.
They're
Clara.
Claire. Yes, Claire. That's what I was going to say. Claire.
My favorite color is Claire.
I used to live in Claire, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
If Time made a song about Steve Miller, listen, I don't know what was going on in my life at this time, but I'm already disinterested in this question, and it's on my own application.
It took you 5 words. If who made a song about Steve Miller?
Time. I think it's Time magazine.
The concept of time, or okay. Anyways, if Time made a song about Steve Miller.
So, it's hard sometimes when you find something from your past and you just have zero remember. Like, I don't remember writing this at all.
Do you mean
I
Steve
wonder if somebody
Miller from the Steve Miller Band, or Steve Miller like a person?
I think it's Steve Miller Band. It's if Time made a song about Steve Miller, what would it be called? So this is a more musical question.
Mm-hmm.
A. Steve slipped in some Miller and landed on a band. B. Fly like a guitar into the air. Now, air is in all caps. And it's kind of like, I maybe should be, and there's some exclamation points. I should be like, air.
Yeah.
Miller keeps slipping into my coolie cup. Or D, I hate Steve Miller for telling everyone I'm clumsy.
Wow. Danae, this is a new level of amazingness on the FAQ.
I told you this is the most random thing I've ever found.
Sure. It just makes it so precarious as to whether or not I will end up being able to be your friend, but I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with D. Steve Miller told people I was clumsy, or whatever it was.
Ooh, you're getting some. Daniel agrees with you on the D things. Kadorfa's going with B, which was fly like a guitar into the air, along with Elizabeth, who also agrees with that. We have a vote for the coolie cup from Nick.
Sure.
What was C? Miller keeps slipping into my coolie cup.
Lauren says D. So Like
I think collectively D. Now the person who answered this questionnaire back in the day also went with D. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. Did we ever find out if the person who answered this questionnaire back in the day ended up being approved for friendship? Because that would give us a clue as to how we're doing here.
So, yeah, we actually were friends for a long time. We lost touch. I saw him recently at a restaurant. By recently, I mean a couple years ago.
Okay.
And he has a kid and a wife, and we got to kind of like say hi in passing. You actually know this person.
Oh, cool.
Do you want me to tell you who it is or wait?
You can. It's up to you. I mean, it's only interesting to me. Nobody else
would know. He wrote our
so.
Shoe the Doe's theme song.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Fun little note that you guys get this morning. I mean, how exciting is it? You're writing it down. You're going to want to remember it for the rest of your life. Yeah. So important.
Applicant says on an FAQ by Danae, the answer should always be
whoop, whoop.
D, because you are the D in DNA.
You understand me.
You ready to get into the DNA in you?
Yep, let's do it.
For our Monday.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is how this works. We will do a topic from Danae, D for Danae. Topic from me, A, Aaron. And then a topic from you. That's you. So if you want to go ahead and get your you topic in, it can be anything you want us to talk about, any question you have for us, and we really mean anything. Anything you want to ask, any topic you want to hear us discuss, you can put as a you question. Just put a you at the beginning of it so we can spot it in the chat a little bit easier, and we'll just do it that way. But let's kick it off with Danae. Danae, what's the D topic today?
Well, we got Christmas in our house. My question is it too early?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, is that your
was
answer?
Easy. Let's move on.
All right, it's your turn. Your turn, Aaron.
Why do you have you put Christmas stuff up? What do you mean by we got Christmas?
Yeah, we have the tree completely up, all of our decorations out.
Okay.
Now, this was not something that I was part of in planning. I was on Thursday night, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, as one does. And I'm the dungeon master, so I'm in there and I'm organizing this game. And because I was upstairs in my office, I can't be kind of holed away. It's harder for Iris to stay away from the office door. So she was over there just banging and crying. And she's like, let me in. And my friends are like, do you need to go? And I'm in this uncomfortable place of she needs to learn. It's okay for me to just have some time and all that stuff. And most of the time I'm downstairs or so she doesn't have immediate access. And she does pretty good most of the time. But being close was hard for her. So my husband thought, what would be the coolest thing I could ever do right now to distract her, that make her super happy? And he, for whatever reason, went, let's go put up the Christmas tree, which worked because when I came out hours later, the Christmas tree was up. There was a few ornaments that had already been placed on it. And Iris was so thrilled. She runs up to me. Her eyes are huge and bright. Come and look and see what we've done. We're so excited to show it to you, she's saying. And she grabs my hand and she leads me in. There's the lit Christmas tree. And she's just I could cry thinking about how happy she was.
Sure.
Just doing this. And even though, I don't know, it was really cool. And she was talking about how I put these ornaments up and they're so great. They're these little doggy ornaments and blah, blah, blah. And she just goes on. So a couple of days later, it's this last weekend and, we're like, hey, let's just do it. And it was so much fun. It's different when you have a kid that's taking all the ornaments between mom on the floor and dad at the tree and looking at all of them. And we're talking about them in memories and stuff. Last year, we didn't even put up a tree at all because we were moving. So we didn't even put up a tree. We just we were in packing mode at that point in time. It was too stressful. So yeah, it was a different experience. It really brought a lot of joy to our house, which I'm not usually that Christmas person that's oh, this brings me so much joy. But we had instrumental Christmas music going and we have a couple of fake presents that are part of the decor. Iris put the fake presents under the tree and it was a really interesting experience, but now it's done and we still have quite a ways to go for Christmas. It's the earliest I think we've ever decorated for the holiday season.
I would imagine.
So anyways, it's just on my mind because if you look at the house from the outside, we've got pumpkins on the porch. If you open the door, it's Christmas on the inside. So
you should have a progressive holiday home. The doorstep is, pumpkins and Halloween decorations. The entryway into, the first part of the home is turkeys in fall colors and very, cornucopias, Thanksgiving.
Right.
And then when you finally get into the main, area, there's a Christmas tree and Christmas decorations. And then you're just all set. You can set all that up in September and just leave it all the way through
What if
January.
it wasn't just that? What if it was like the entire year? What if you started in the driveway and there was like a big bunny? And then you like go on the walkway and you've got...
Well, you got to put the hearts in the love stuff on the mailbox.
Yeah.
So you start with it. Yes. And then maybe just like a little groundhog there, just somewhere in between there in the driveway. Yes.
My God.
Some American flags, some fireworks or something right around the front path. Yeah, you can just walk through the holiday season.
This so much,
and then never have to redecorate.
Take it down.
Never take it down.
Oh my God! I wonder if the homeowners association, neighborhood people would be like, it's not going to work for us.
It's a progressive holiday. That's all it is. Why do you got hate on my progressive holidays?
I'm genuinely loving this new thing where you just take those little LED spotlights and you just blast them onto the garage door and you just change the panels and it changes the holidays.
Right? Yeah.
So maybe that's it. But we're pretty sorry about something floating around here. Well, we're pretty set this year. It's really, I don't know, it's different and exciting. And I want to know what you guys think because
we do have some opinions and I like them. I think where people are landing is an appropriate place to land. Skidorva sums it up right away. It's 2020. Take whatever joy you can whenever you can. I think that's, that seems to be the thing. Nick follows it up by saying it's way too early. However, I feel like this year everyone can have a pass for wanting Christmas up early. Sire Egdo echoes it. I'm honestly already feeling the Christmas spirit, which is very weird for me. Usually I'll wait till the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Same.
Yeah, which is in general for us. If we're going to set up early, it's generally right after Thanksgiving.
What's interesting too is I was on Instagram last night and I was seeing so many of my friends who have their decorations up. Elizabeth says, I know a lot of people who have their decorations up. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not alone. I'm not alone here. And it's okay if I was alone. It's not a big deal. Yeah. It just feels weird. And it does. It feels like you grab for the things that make you happy differently now. I feel like after this pandemic and separation and things like that, I really feel like people are going to be approaching relationships differently. Things that bring them joy differently, boundaries differently, because everyone has been forced to have this like fresh start in a way. I mean, fresh is a little bit sour tasting right now, but yeah, I think people's priorities are different. So there's just been this interesting shift that's happened, at least in my little bubble. Go ahead. Lolly says,
have a friend in the UK who put her tree up the first day of the current lockdown because if she's stuck home, she's going to start Christmas in November.
Nice.
Yeah. Nick says, the real question is, are you a normal person who keeps it up till the weekend after New Year's, or do you get rid of it as soon as Christmas is over, like a crazy person? We would be doing really well to get it down by the week after New Year's. Christmas trees have existed in our home up through February at times because we're just that unmotivated to take it down. So
this year we're thinking this house that we purchased has a room that is dedicated to like interior storage. I've never seen anything like it before. It's almost like they, instead of going like an extra room, they went a big storage room. Yeah. / maybe a little bit of a storm shelter style situation.
Sure.
And my mom and dad, when we were walking through the house thinking about buying it, one of the first things they said when they walked in that room is, "Oh, you can just store your Christmas tree in here." We're like, "Whoa, that's true.
You don't even have to take it down.
We could just saran wrap that sucker, keep all the things on it, and just shove it in there at the end of the year."
Unless you're doing a natural tree, in which case
don't do that.
Don't do that. Doc says, I've been working at Walmart for the last 2 to 3 years, so I've become the Grinch.
Oh,
yeah,
Doc.
That's rough.
And that's hard work. Working in anything like that, that's hard work.
Yeah.
It's okay to
definitely
be Grinchy.
Nick follows up, my wife and I worked retail for years. She still is. We don't like that people try to skip Thanksgiving as a holiday because retailers started taking it away as an actual holiday. Christmas can wait.
Real.
Well, for retailers, see, here's the thing for retailers. Thanksgiving is a holiday, but it's not called Thanksgiving. It's called Black Friday. See, that's the thing with retailers is they are so focused on Christmas buying, that it kind of takes away from the Thanksgiving whole experience. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're having a different Thanksgiving celebration this year, but because I don't think we've We've never had family come over for Thanksgiving, and we might not this year. We're not sure. But if they do come, if my mom and my dad do come, just my immediate family, we will have an entire, it'll be with Christmas decorations all around
There
us.
you go. There you go. Lolly says the royal family keeps theirs up until February. Well, Lolly, you don't know this, but that's because I've encouraged them to do that. We had a long talk about the importance of embracing Christmas for
Aaron, the advisor.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I am the royal advisor, apparently. So yeah.
I like this. I like this one from Applicant, sorry, who says, although decorating the Christmas pumpkin could be a new and interesting tradition. That's true. Although at this point, it would be something about a pumpkin toss because they getting a little thanky.
Yeah.
We had one inside the house. It was Iris's special pumpkin that she took from the pumpkin patch and carried around like a baby for a couple weeks. She set it down eventually, and there it sat. And I went and touched it the other day, and it was like a little squishy, and I picked it up, and the bottom was already rotting. I was like, ah! So the ones that are on our porch.
We ate it like an apple. Perfectly ripe.
Okay,
that's how
I've known
you know when
you
it's
for
ripe.
so long, and I've never heard you say hum when you eat, but I want you to now. Hum.
It's a very Simpsons eating noise. If you've ever heard like Homer or something, he sometimes like,
oh yeah, hum.
Yeah. So there you go. Yes, I'm sure everybody's with you, Applicon. Ew.
Yep.
Ew.
Well, that's what's happening over in our house.
Yeah.
Do what brings you joy. If it's Christmas decorations, if it's no Christmas decorations, if it's not cleaning for a long time, if it's cleaning every day, you just make sure that your living environment, how you're like your space is bringing you some love, because it is needed this year, I think, more than ever before.
Kind of flows into my topic. Should we go there?
Yeah, let's do it.
With the A topic. What is a simple purchase that made you happy? Something recently, just a simple, non-expensive purchase that you were able to go, I would like that, and spend a couple bucks on it, and it's made you very happy. I got to thinking about this because I've had a couple of them recently. One is in this studio, in order to sit up straight, have my arms where they're supposed to be, try to be ergonomic. I am tall, but I'm in an elevated seat, and my feet reach the ground, but it kind of puts a weird stress on my back if they're sitting on the ground. So I just bought, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a footstool, except it's a pillow. It's like a pillow type footstool kind of thing, and it's perfect. And it just sits under my feet and just kind of cushions my feet and makes my, knees in alignment. And it's just a simple, silly little thing that has just made my life so much better. And I just love it when that happens, when you're like, oh, I threw a couple bucks at this thing and it made my life pretty awesome. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it kind of got me thinking about those things that kind of happen in that way.
I had one that I just purchased. In fact, I'll just share my screen with you. Once I know how to do.
Do you want to see my footstool?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Be right back.
You're actually gonna lift it. That's exciting. Your little foot.
Yeah. It's just this little thing. Just goes down on the floor. It's like you can make it different levels. You can also turn it over and have it be like a rocker if you wanted to do that.
Work out your calves.
Yeah.
And teeter. It's your toe teeter totter.
My toter teeter.
Oh, that was good.
I don't know.
That was good.
Here's doing what my brain does.
Here's my silly thing that made me happy purchase. It's a mouse pad. I don't have a mouse pad, and both of the surfaces where I work, my mouse does not actually connect to the surface well enough. So I'm constantly having trouble with it working consistently. And so I was like, I'm just going to get a mouse pad. So I went to Amazon and I started poking around, and this is the one that I went with, and it's ridiculous. It was only $7, but the cool thing is that I had some coupons, so it was free. So I got myself one of those free purchases.
Mine was free too.
Pad. What?
It wasn't, well, I mean, it was, I guess, technically not free, but we had points. Like Amazon, because we have an Amazon card and it just builds up points. And
yeah, it does.
So yeah,
I also like that on Amazon you can tell it to just deliver it a different day and it'll give you money back.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my purchase also from Amazon. I did that yesterday and I am so excited. I'm waiting with bated breath. Come on, little sloth mouse pad. I've never been a sloth person, but that was just really cute. And like, follow your dreams. Okay, sloth, I'll do it my own pace. Thank you very much.
Lollipop says, ooh, I would have to put a hot water on that for warm feet.
On the mouse pad? Just kidding. That's weird.
I would recommend maybe like a hot water, bag or something. Like, you don't want to just pour hot water on it. I think it would get really soggy and messy. Just poured hot water
bottle.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. I did want to do a quick shout out to Brandon.
Hey,
who
Brandon!
says, "Yay! I finally got to see a live DNA. I can die happy now. Don't die.
No. Hey.
Be happy.
Hey. Happy good, die bad. Happy
Die
good,
bad.
die bad.
This is Nick who says, I got Currents, which is the third book in the Able series, and it's been a great read. You should check out this author. He also does something else that you might like. Cinema scenes. Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. That's a good one.
Here's a simple one from Elizabeth who says, I bought an earring holder to hold all my earrings. And it has been a good organizational tool. Hello.
It's the simple things, right?
It sometimes is. We were like, my mom and dad, hey guys, what do you want for Christmas? We're going to do like a combined gift for you and Justin this year. We sat down and we're like, guys, we're good. Everything we kind of want is really simple, small stuff that we'll figure out as we go because we just moved. But then also we've got so much that we already need. We're in good shape. If you want to buy us an OLED TV, like, go for it.
Wait a second. Who are you? Who are you talking about a nice TV? You're not a TV person. That's amazing.
No, we were just trying to figure out if like, how extreme are you wanting to go here, Mom and Dad?
Right. Yeah.
Because we're good to go. But you just did that, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's like an organizational thing for my jewelry. That's a good gift idea. Simple.
Yeah, no, good stuff. Doc says, I had to order this online, but I recently got the recent Gorillaz album. Music can definitely do that, be a simple purchase that brings you joy.
Uplington says, I bought a face mask that has the TARDIS on it. Doctor Who has been my jam during this pandemic.
Yeah, that's why you now call it the Jam-demic.
The Jam-demic.
I don't know. That's just what my brain did.
It works.
Fair enough. Brendan says, I found a collector's edition of Burning Crusade from World of Warcraft, and everything was still sealed.
Yeah. Sorry, I get excited anytime World of Warcraft is mentioned. I start sweating and get really happy.
I knew that one would get to you. I knew that one would get you a little bit.
Moonstar says, I bought a new super comfy cute robe. Love that. My husband bought me a robe a long time ago. I think I want to say it was when we first got married. So it's been like a decade, right? And I was wearing it around the house, and he's like, hey, it's your birthday. Maybe I should get you a new robe. And he kind of like reaches out and sort of like flicks mine. And I was like, excuse you? I love my robe. And he said, maybe one that doesn't have holes in it. And I turn and look in the mirror, and there's just this rip. It's just been slowly getting larger as the years have gone on. And I'm like, if you don't look at the rip, it's fine.
Just avert your eyes elsewhere.
Don't look at the hole, and it's great.
It's gonna be okay. Come on.
I was thinking about a new robe, but hey, I like trying them on a little bit because sometimes they look fluffy online. Buying online is so weird.
Yeah.
It's just it's a different experience. And Iris, my child, she fits into 3T sometimes, 6T sometimes. It just depends on who makes it. So I've always had to go to the store and sort of look at it in person and figure out if it would actually work. So shopping for her has been a real pain. But anyway.
You know, it's interesting where you and I are is all a buzz right now in our tiny little town because they're building an Amazon distribution center in our tiny little town.
Our tiny little town.
Which is a huge deal for everybody here.
Every
and so
day,
it's
like
so
the
funny.
One before. Tiny town full of little people waking up to say, I'll ship.
Amazon store?
I'll ship.
Amazon
I'll
store?
ship. There goes Amazon with his tray like always. Sorry. apologize.
No, it's great. I think we should do the new version for our town and record it because people are like that. They're just like they're going crazy over this thing, and I just wonder if I don't know what the deal is, but I wonder if they feel like, oh, now everything from Amazon will come in 2 hours. It's like I don't know that that's how it's going to work. But
or if it's like you just pull up and you just say, "I'm here."
You go to the Amazon store.
Where's my
right?
robe? But Lolly has a good point. Lolly says, "I have a new fluffy robe, and it's great if you're able to buy local independent businesses rather than online. This is the year to do it." Incredibly true. There's so many small businesses that are really needing us to rally. So I am trying my very best also to think about that as I shop. Shout out to Breezy who says, "Sorry, I'm late, work and all."
No need to apologize. Come when you can.
Just come in whenever you want.
Nick follows up. Burning Crusades was the only collector's edition I didn't have because I was a poor college kid at the time. So it's a cool find. We are happy for you. That's what I'm talking about. I was just thinking. Cool. I was just even thinking of like my water bottle was just one of those things, right? Where it's like I want to drink a gallon of water every day. You know, what's an easy way to do that? And I just found, bottled joy. And so this brings me.
Here's what I want to do. When pandemic lifts and I'm able to just do the thing where I jump in the car and go over to your place, like we talked about, that funny little, like I could literally be on your camera in just a few minutes. I just want to hold up that gallon because I feel like in your hands and at your
it looks a little smaller than it is.
But next to me, it's large. It's so huge.
I can do perspective. Here we go.
I could never drink that, man. I would crush under the weight of it and be like, oh. I feel like this whole thing.
Well, you know what's interesting is I probably should actually drink more than this. A gallon is what you should be drinking this. You should be drinking a gallon of water every day.
Oh, but look. I have mine.
Well, there you go.
This is actually
it's not quite a gallon, but
this is a McAllister's Deli tea thing, and it says what you're supposed to have: fully awesome, cheers, keep sipping, thirst quenched, ready for a refill. This is supposed to be for tea.
Got it.
But look what I have in it: straight vodka.
Yeah, that's what this is. You know how like it the places where you go get the food cooked in front of you. The hibachi grills, and they'll bring out the vodka bottle, but it's actually water. Yeah. And they pour it out, but it comes out. We just swap. They give me their vodka, I give them my water, and that's actually what's going on here. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. We have a tip from Sire Egdo who says, this is about the Amazon fulfilling center. Find out when the trucks leave for the day, and you do not want to be around when they all leave the center for the day. Other than that, it's pretty nice to have one. I have noticed that we get our Amazon sold packages much, much quicker.
Ooh, nice. I just know when they finally deliver via drone, we're going to be all set. Like it's just going to be at the door instantly. So it'll be fun. Yep.
Applicant. I want to say a plinkton, like a plinko, like a plink.
Oh,
plankton.
yeah.
I keep wanting
Applicon.
to say that. Applicon says straight vodka explains the cynicism this morning. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Do I need to specifically say this is water? Okay. Because we're not breaking any rules on any streaming platforms. This is water.
Oh, are you not allowed to drink on some streaming platforms?
No, on some of them you're not.
Well, then it is good that you clarify. That is absolutely water.
That's right. Yeah.
Nicely
I can't drink like that. I just can't do it. Well, that was a fun topic. That was a fun little flurry of things that make us happy. And it's good to think about things that make us happy. So let's go to you guys. What do you want to talk about today?
Yeah, bring it on.
In the comment section, whatever question you have, whether it's a topic, random question, it could be literally anything.
AUA, ask us anything.
And that's what we're going to do for the next little bit here for the less. Hey, let's put on the puppy cam too.
Sure, we can do that. Absolutely.
Oh, they're just still sleeping.
That's what they do.
Oh, they're snuggling. Okay, let me make a move. Oh. I'm snapping and they're so asleep. Oh, they're asleep. My little precious dog. Sorry. Maybe puppy cam was a bad idea. Immediately distracted. Immediately forget that there's a show. Gone.
Lolly says, your question, has the composer of your theme tune heard the Good Chips remix? Did they like it?
No,
I don't know the answer to that question.
I don't think he has.
Yeah.
I think he kind of got lost in being a dad, and we've lost touch. Also, not being on social media anymore, I have zero ability to even reach out to him. I'd have to go through other channels to try to reach him.
Right.
But I hope that he would enjoy it. I'm sure he would. Actually, should we tell the chips are good story from you the other day where you were here at the house? This was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was over at the house last month, I think, and there was a bag of Kettle Brand chips beside him, and he started to eat them, and he literally said, "These chips are good. Like, these chips are real good." And then he realized what brand he was.
No awareness.
Zero.
Of what was going on.
It was so genuinely hilarious. We laughed about it for quite some time.
And they indeed were Kettle Brand potato chips, y'all.
They weren't the same flavor, but they were the same brand.
Yeah, it was a barbecue, and they were astonishingly good, and everything came into focus. And I was like, oh, I get it now.
He was like, I understand why you made a fontenay.
I have been awakened, and I understand. And
hey, in the comments, curious if you guys know what we're talking about. Does everyone know the Chips Are Good song? And if not, maybe we should put it up on SoundCloud or something so people can go listen.
The music to it is the intro to the show every morning. So there's part one of it. And it was the background music for part of our podcast prep, like going into the live show. And then one day it was playing. Danae was eating these chips, which, by the way, are really good. And she just went, "These chips are good." And it was
Aaron
so
said,
with the beat.
Crunchy.
I was like, that really sounds like we're, doing like a remix or something. And
then remix beat.
Then we just did it live. That is all. That's what's amazing about that song. It is all unedited live. There's one edit.
There's one edit where we took out a space because we were laughing, and then we took a long break, and then I went right back into it. That's the only thing that you edited.
Correct. Yes. So
yeah,
that's These Chips Are Good.
Good stuff.
Cyregdo says, what's one small gift you are always excited to see in your stocking, assuming you do one for yourselves or somebody does one for you?
Is it bad of me to say it's the one that I put in there myself?
No. We actually had my favorite stocking gift yesterday. My wife picked one up. She had to run out and get a thermometer, a new thermometer, because you have to have a thermometer these days. When your thermometer breaks, you got to get a new one. So anyhow, it was a chocolate orange. It's my favorite Christmas stocking thing is chocolate orange.
I will never forget you telling me how you're supposed to open the chocolate orange. Yeah. I've always struggled.
Slam it.
And you're supposed to hit it.
Yeah.
And then when you told me, you made this massive gesture with your arm, and I'm thinking, wouldn't that hurt it? And you said, no, they're designed that way.
That's right.
So I want to, applicant says that I went to Lolly's and said, I've only heard the one you guys did on the BTS pod. Yes, that is the Chips Are Good song.
That is correct.
We played the whole thing. Yep.
Yep.
I have not had a chocolate orange in far too long. So I think maybe
it's not a taste combination I thought would be amazing, and yet
it's so yummy.
Absolutely amazing. It's the perfect amount of orange with the perfect smoothness and texture of chocolate.
And violence.
And it's got a little bit of aggression in there, which is just my favorite thing. If you know anything about me, I'm so pro-aggression. So there's a little bit of that in there as well.
My favorite one are Burt's Bees lip balm. I would put that in. It's a good, obviously seasonally, it's important to moisturize your lips. And there's this one particular type of Burt's Bees that is the most hydrating that I've found so far, and I love how it works. But every year we would get like a huge, we'd go to the store and get like 20 of them and put them in people's stockings. Kind of expensive, but it was my favorite thing to see in the stocking. Although back when I was a kid, we used to do stocking stuffers as a family. And there were several that were like repeat gifts where you would keep passing them on, and they were sort of jokes. There was this like workout tape with Santa and this really sexy looking girl like in her like 80s leotard stuff that was really funny because we had a very like what you would consider to be like religious family, and so someone's opening it. There were like books about how to be proper etiquette that were going around with the kids. There was Larry the lobster, literally just a massive lobster, like a plastic lobster that would just be stuffed into something. So those things are really fun memories. But as far as practical is concerned, I really like, like my lip balm.
Yeah. There's some good choices in here. You had lollies up there for a second. Socks, hated socks as a kid, but being given new fluffy socks makes me so happy now. I'm not a big fan of socks. Bare feet. I want bare feet as much as possible.
Nick says favorite stocking gift, king size
Toblerone. Do you not know a Toblerone? It's a chocolate bar of sorts.
Chocolate. I'm okay with that. Why didn't you say chocolate?
Why did you just say chocolate bar? Why did you say Toblerone?
Why'd you say Toblerone? How?
Toblerone.
Breezy Lady B says ants, plastic ants. Not. That's a nice little inside story of one year. We had the stockings that were not lined on the inside. It was just like the raw knit or crocheted material. And again, we put silly things in our stockings. And someone just put in a whole bunch of like those little toy plastic ants, the little small ones. And they just got stuck in all the fabric. So you'd reach in, it was just like ants everywhere. And it took a long time to get those out. That was a good one too.
Do you want ants? Because that's how you get
ants. That's how you get ants.
Let's do Steven. You question, what if your favorite Thanksgiving food side?
Probably is. What is your favorite?
Yes, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food side?
Turkey. Does pumpkin pie
that's
count?
That's not the side.
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah, that's a dessert. I don't think that counts as a side.
It's on the side of the turkey on the table.
No, it's in the kitchen until the dinner is over, and then the desserts come to the table. So
not in the pictures. In the pictures, it's the whole spread.
Not at my house. We put the pie as the stuffing in the turkey. We put that pumpkin pie right up in that turkey.
Oh Lord! Now I'm thinking about like a turkey that's actually like brined with the pie inside.
Yeah.
No.
Delicious. It's delicious. You don't even know. If you've never had a pumpkin pie turkey, you don't even know. You don't even know.
Oh, it's so good.
Mashed potatoes. For a long time, probably even to this day, I have considered mashed potatoes my favorite food of all time. It's a weird favorite food, I know. But
Not
there's something about that starchy, neutral
blandness.
And you may be thinking, oh, right, like you put that amazing gravy on it. No gravy. Oh, well, then you put, a little extra butter in there. No, not too much butter. No, I just want the potato. Give me the potato.
Oh, man.
Get that sour cream in there? No, just the potato.
No, just in fact, if you'll just take the potato and you'll make it into the shape of a turkey, like carve into it and like kind of like
that's right,
like origami style it. He'll just eat the potato and
we just take the mashed potatoes with the pumpkin pie and we just put it up in the turkey. I don't know if you ever had it, but potato pumpkin turkey is the best.
I've known you for a long time. I figure by now you would have invited me to Thanksgiving, but now I know that I don't want to go to your Thanksgiving.
Right.
Now I know to say no.
But go ahead.
My favorite side dish is the stuffing. I love stuffing. There's been a few years where it was actually like homemade stuffing. Fantastic. I don't mind box stuffing, but once you've had really good homemade stuffing that like came out of the turkey kind of stuff, oh buddy,
it's good. It's really good.
I love that stuff. Mostly because it's like bread. I love bread.
Right. As much as I love mashed potatoes, green bean casserole is a close second. That is pretty amazing stuff. But I'm also a huge fan of cream of mushroom soup and any kind of casserole that uses like that kind of cream of mushroom. Ooh, it's just good. It's just good for me.
I'm getting hungry for Thanksgiving. Is it too early for Thanksgiving? It's 9:55 a.m.
Can we? It's the quickest we could have a turkey ready if we're gonna brine it. Probably tomorrow.
Brining it.
Yeah.
Considering I have zero turkey experience, you're in charge. So whatever you say. Also, social distancing. Not sure we're going to be able to do this very easily.
Sure. You know what's crazy? I mean, not crazy, but I mean, we're just over a week from Thanksgiving. It's not like it's a long way away.
No.
So you don't have too much.
If you're supposed to be doing turkey preparation that lasts multiple days, now's the time to prepare for that. Just want to let you know. I don't think it takes
quite a week. That's quite a brine if you're doing it for a week.
Is it?
But
is that too briny?
Yeah, that may be a little.
Some would say I'm too briny.
Yes. Yeah, I think that would be a bit much, but 24 hours is good.
Applicant says my wife's mashed potatoes. She mixes sour cream in with them along with butter and cream. So yummy for most of us. Aaron is immediately upset.
No,
it's okay, Aaron. It's okay.
I don't hate mashed potatoes that have sour cream used, like kind of as a part of the mixture. I can take those, but I'd still prefer just the potatoes. That's what I like.
I understand that. Ollie says we made champ last night. It's a super buttery mashed potato with green onions and pepper mixed in.
Interesting.
I think potatoes are a great carrier for just about most things that you can mix in. My dad uses mashed potatoes as the glue that holds the plate together. My father has been known to take everything on the plate and make one like Thanksgiving soup type thing. And the mashed potatoes are what holds it together.
Right.
Yep. I don't understand it. I don't like it, but he does it. And that's my dad. And I'm
it's just a casserole.
It's
just
fine.
Some sort of weird casserole.
Doc says, I hated mashed potatoes as a kid and I love them now. Maybe they were mashed potatoing wrong.
Taste buds to develop.
Or they were those like Insta potato mashed potatoes, like where they're flakes and you just add milk or something. Not as good. Not as good, in my opinion. Do you like potatoes with the skin on or skin off before we move on?
I like the skin. I like the skin quite a bit. I like skin on mashed potatoes too, where you've got, a little bit of skin in there. I think that works really well. So yeah, I've been known to eat a baked potato by hand. Like, give me a baked potato and just eat it like an apple. Like I'm good. Like it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Did we miss any other you questions?
No, I think
any
we
other
got
questions before we end our show, kind of wrap up today?
I think we're good.
If you guys put one out there, we missed it, just kind of like repeat it.
Sure. Thank you. A reminder for our amazing Team DNA members, we appreciate you. We love you. You keep us able to do this show every morning at this quality. We appreciate it. Doc says, what did Doc say?
Sorry, Janae, that's not the case. I was extremely picky about the potatoes.
Fair enough. And just a reminder, when we get to 41 members of Team DNA, we're going to figure out how to do D&D for you. We're going to do a D&D recording with me doing a one-off with Danae's D&D group. And I've never played D&D before. No. So, yeah.
You were saying with my group? I was just thinking it was going to be a one-off with just you playing.
Okay, well, we can...
Is that okay?
Don't ask me how D&D works. I was misunderstanding. So.
Okay, no, it's okay. We just got to figure that out because if it's with my group... That's a whole other monster.
Okay, no. It can just be whatever it needs to be.
It could work. We could do something.
The point is that is the next goal. 41 members of Team DNA will make it some D&D and DNA. D&D and D&D.
We have to workshop that a little. We really appreciate you guys watching today. However you stream the show, make sure you're getting reminders since we go live every Monday at 9 a.m. Central. And also some days, hopefully again this week, we'll be able to come back. But if not, we'll see you in a week. So just set a little reminder, click a bell, do whatever notifications that you want so that when we go live, you know about it first. And also, if you don't mind, please share us with your friends. We're having a really good time and we'd love to see more people come and join. We love doing this cross-platform chat style where we can put up a message from YouTube or Twitch or Periscope or wherever, and you guys all get to interact in the morning. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, or that other social media network that shall not be named. So we appreciate you hanging out with us. We appreciate you being a member of Team DNA, and have an amazing day. Have an amazing Thanksgiving holiday season. Decorate whenever you want. Bring joy to yourself and those around you. And we will see you on the next Monday or someday.
Bye, guys. Have a good day. Bye. Bye, buddy.